Hello friends and beautiful souls out there. I'm Astro Paloma and these are the predictions for the sign of the pig for the year of the snake 2025. And let me tell you that this year of the yin wood snake will be very important for everyone that has the pig sign inside of their chart. This year you're going through an imminent change, right? Because it's what it's considered a clash year. So with all of the predictions and the advice that I will be giving to you, you will be able to manage your life within this year very smoothly. So let's first make sure that you know if you have the pig sign inside of your year, month, day, or hour of birth. So let's begin. First, let me tell you that the year of the snake is going to be a very good one if you're willing to flow with the universe and dive through the changes that they're coming in your life, right? So if you were working last year to be noticed and be recognized, and you have kept a positive mentality, you were calling or attracting some changes in your life. It all depends on where does it appear. Could be in relationship, could be about business, about health, about your group of friends, your industry, your work, your job, etc. So if you are willing to learn a lesson, stay calm, and be positive, this year 2025 can be a really good one. Why? Because one of the very important stars or types of energy that appears in your sign, it's called the national treasure. And these will give you opportunities to monetize. Let's think about how much money it's out there and how many possibilities and opportunities will come for you to monetize, to create wealth, if you're able to see the opportunities and take them. You must do something about it. You cannot just sit down and just wait till you win the lotto. You have to work towards your goal. You have to first clarify what is it that you want, and then you have to start working towards it. Once you put your energy and the focus of your attention and work with your powerful thoughts, with the power of your mind to create positive thoughts towards the goal that you want, then you can start redirecting your life, and many wealth opportunities will present to you. If you've been working hard, for example, this may be the year that you may ask for a salary increment. So if you have pushed yourself and give a little bit more of your time, of your extra effort at work, this year may be the time to get a bonus, right? So it's very important that you start planning how are you going to move up the ladder of success and start monetizing all of those wonderful ideas and all those hard work movements that you've been making through the previous year. So I have to say, even if you're going through a year of change, the change may be very positive for a lot of you. We'll dive deep into that. So this is not a time to relax. This is not a time to just get lazy. On the other hand, this year you may have to give a little bit more of your effort and try to resolve problems and crises for others. So one of the practices that I really recommend is first, extremely important this year, especially for you guys, to practice good feng shui. That means that you're going to align yourselves, your physical body, with the prosperous sectors within your home. And for that, I have created an amazing book named How to Raise Your Vibration in 2025, which you can find in my website or at Amazon, printed at Amazon. So it's very easy to find where are those good sectors. Then you just align your physical body with it so you can start resonating with a better vibration, and these ways start transforming your life towards where you want it. Another thing that I always recommend when people is asking or consulting because they want, let's say, more money, is to start tapping into the energy of water. Go to some kind of waterfront parks, the bay, the canals, the lakes, the river, the ocean, and tap into that type of energy. That energy, if the water is clean and calm and beautiful, you can find a lot of fauna, a lot of like little fishes, dolphins, or whatever you leave at, like, I mean, some type of animals. It tells you that that's a prosperous place, because animals and nature know better than we do, and they actually congregate when there's good energy. If there's no animals nor plants growing properly, that means that there's too much Russian chi. It could be like too much wind going by, or it's dirty, or the current is too strong, so animals cannot thrive, and plants started kind of to die or fly away. So it's always very important to be aware of our environment and find out where there is prosperity. If the place is beautiful and it feels abundant, full of trees, full of gorgeous landscape with beautiful bodies of water, then those are places that they're worth standing by, close by. Spend time at it, so your body will start aligning with that frequency. Another thing that is very important for all of you is to use the power of your mind, the power of your thoughts and of your creation. And if you don't ask the universe, how are you supposed to receive? So learn to ask, learn to meditate, learn to clear your thoughts out of negativity and start asking for what you truly want to see in your life, what you truly want to manifest. You should learn how to pray, to go deep inside and connect with the higher power and ask for the things that you truly want. Always send blessings to others. Be very grateful with what you have right now, and you will get more of that. It's all about frequency, resonance, and vibration. And if you use together feng shui and astrology, you can combine two of the most powerful metaphysical forms to transform your life. Why? Because there's another fantastic and positive type of energy named the sky horse. And this, what it tells you is that you will be traveling a lot. You will be moving a lot, expanding your horizons, breaking frontiers, and going to many places around the world. These may be part of that imminent change that we've been talking. So be prepared, because you're gonna be on the go. So when this type of energy appears, we always relate it to the type of situation that you're going by. So for example, you may be traveling a lot with your friends, or maybe through your business to expand and opening horizons, breaking frontiers. So if you cannot do it physically, you're gonna have to do it energetically or through the World Wide Web. So if you happen, for example, set up a new website or start selling internationally, etc., it all depends on where does it falls within your astrological chart. But it's very important that you get your luggage ready to be on the go and on the move. The more that you move, the better that you will do. There's no such a thing that can stop this, because the pig sign is related to traveling stars and it's related to water, to movement. So most likely anyway, you're that type of person that likes to be on the go. And very important to mention, this year, you may actually have to spend more time outside of your home base. Why? Because of all of those changes that I've been talking about. So you're gonna have to learn how to flow with the universe with this astrological vibes. Why? Because it also arrives another type of energy or star named Sky Bright. And this makes you more creative. It kind of enhances your talent, right? It makes you kind of like virtuous. So it gives you the opportunity to come up with solutions to fix other people's problems. Why? Because you're a little bit more clever, right? So most likely, you maybe have to be traveling to resolve other people's issues, or moving, or going to the places. It doesn't have to be like travel on a plane or on a ship, or in a car. It could be just going, knocking doors from house to house, etc. So what is part of your true mission in this year? It's about helping others resolve their issues with your very important mindset. So this year it's all about keeping calm, because you may notice that people around you may not be calm, maybe in these moments of crisis, and they truly need you. So this is an opportunity for you to prove yourself. So a very important thing is never think just like with a closed mindset. This year it will be of extreme importance to get rid of the stubbornness, right? We sometimes get used to do things in a certain way, and we think that that's the only way that is going to work. But this year you're going to be challenged, right, to get flexibility of the mind. And one of the things that I talk about often is, if your body is flexible, your mind will be flexible, and vice versa. To have flexibility in the body, you first need to have flexibility on the mind. So I always talk about the yin and the yang, the opposite energy forces, right? So when we, let's say, go exercising to a gym, we actually strain and push and pull, and we're doing the yang side of the exercise. But when we stretch and relax, we're actually surrendering, and we're doing the yin side of the exercise, which takes your breath in and then surrendering, and then you just let your body go and relax. So it's very important that this year, everyone with the sign of the pig, inside of the chart, practice relaxation and flexibility, because if not, tension can really crawl up your head and tense your body. And don't forget that I'm always here available online to give an international consultation through Zoom to guide you better what action is specifically for you for your personalized chart. So one other very important type of energy, which is very positive, is considered kind of like a neutral star. It's called the month emptiness. And what this type of energy does is like enhances the positive energy, but also can enhance the negative energies depending on your mindset. So this year is out of crucial importance to keep calm, to keep the peace, the internal peace, and to keep a positive mindset with positive thoughts. And if you're not able to do this, then life can start easily going in that direction instead of this direction. This is a very peculiar year, because let's not forget that it's the clash year for the sign of the pig. The pig goes in opposite forces with the sign of the snake, which is the king of the year. So it's very important, and it's up to you if you work on keeping a positive mind. So all these type of energy, the month emptiness brings everything back to the beginning, and it connects you with your spirituality. There have been some very deep lessons that you have learned and are about to keep on learning, but I would say this will be the closure of something very big, but the beginning of something truly amazing. This may be the year that the people with the pig sign inside of their chart start their spiritual awakening process. This means that they go inside and they awaken to better opportunities and ways of living by connecting with their spirituality and connecting with the higher self or the higher power of what some of us call God. So this gorgeous gift is one of the best that any human being can actually receive. When you start truly connecting with the true self inside of you and raise your vibration to start achieving or tapping into higher dimensions. But I don't want to get so deep into that and get you more confused, but let yourself go. Surrender to the higher power. Live the experience and start awakening the true goodness inside of you, even if there must be some radical changes for you to deal with. So there's always the yin for the yang, and obviously nothing can be truly fantastic and positive, but I have to say, those ones with the pig sign, even in the clash year, you're having it amazing. I think you're having fantastic opportunities to go up the ladder of success, but there's always gonna be some things that may affect us to bring us down. Why? Because you get the year breaker. So the year breaker is a type of energy that tells us that there's going to be big changes. Big changes actually you've been calling with your head, with your thoughts. You're tired of something or sick of something or something has been bothering you. You have been complaining about something, so there must be a change. You've been calling for it, and the first thing is you must recognize it. These changes come because you've been calling for them, even if you were not aware of it. Many times we complain about something, then something happens to change that matter, but then we complain because the change happened. So it's important to learn to surrender and go with the flow and take those changes for the best. If you restrain to those changes, you will suffer because what it resists persists. So you have to learn to recognize why these things are coming in your life. Why are you going through this? And come to good terms with yourself so you can find internal peace. When the year breaker arrives, it means that it's just a break within the year. So let's say you were going this way, you had plans on this way, whatever, but then it's like something happens and then you start going in another direction. That is what an astrological clash it's all about. There's nothing really bad. It's just about change. So if you provoke the change and you're ready for it, and you're happy with it, it will be much easier for you to actually manage it. But if you are thinking some way and you get stubborn that that's where I was going, and then the change comes and kind of throws away your life plans, then you're going to stumble and be very worried about the situation. So you have to learn how to handle it with care. And there's a way that you can do it. First, provoke the change yourself, right? Without harming anyone, without destroying the life of other people, always being sincere, always speaking truly and sincerely to others, always explaining without lies and, bad manners, I would say, right? And then, let them know. I need to do this. I need to go there. I need to change this because if not, I will lose my mind. So the way that I explain a big clash, I always like to give the example of a hurricane because the area where I live in Miami, Florida, we get some of those. So let's say there's a hurricane coming, right? And we all know it. They let us know 1 week ahead. So you decide if you want to prepare or just ignore it. I don't care if it comes. Oh, it's gonna miss us. And then suddenly, if the hurricane comes and you're not prepared with what you're gonna do, in this case, have food ready for pets, for children, hurricane shutters, water, etc., etc. So you know how to prepare yourself internally for those changes, right? So when the hurricane comes, it's definitely going to devastate, but only the exterior, right? Only the most external part of yourself, maybe. But then once it's gone, you open the door, you clean up a little bit, and you're intact. And it will be so much easier for you to recover and keep on going with your life. That when you're not prepared for those changes, you're denying it yourself. You want to go a certain way, but then you can't go that way. Then you just suffer too much internally, and you get completely, or could get completely destroyed. So this is what we're trying to avoid. We're just trying to get this like minimal kind of change that you are actually aware that you can provoke, right? So when the clash year is gone, which it will be gone, and it has happened to all of us, then you can open the door, you can open your life and just keep on going towards the other direction, and you're going to be in good standing with yourself and with everyone that surrounds you. So this is exactly how we can manage a clash or a change. An astrological clash can be extremely devastating if you're not prepared for it. But if you're prepared for it, what else can go wrong? So then we go to another type of energy named the greater consumer. These, what it tells us is going to be a big expense, right? So if you're going to have to change or move or relocate, or maybe change jobs, or maybe leave your boss, or maybe leave the company, or maybe leave your partner, or maybe separate from the spouse, whatever it is, is going to involve loss of money. It's part of life. It's part of going through an astrological clash. So how can you manage this? If the universe is trying to drain you out of money, so let's say you learn a lesson, maybe it can be humility, maybe it can be respect, etc., you can actually manipulate universal forces to your own benefit. And you may decide how are you going to drain yourself out of that money. And a very good way to do it is by creating good karma, by maybe making a very big donation. You also can buy a property that is going to cost you a lot of money, right? But then next year, when the clash is over, then maybe the payments will be lower and you will have the property yourself. Maybe you have decided to invest in education, for one of your children. Spend this ridiculous amount of money, but at least you send your children to the best school, for example. So as long as you are aware of how to control that loss of money, then you will be in control of yourself and you will stay empowered. So by the end of the year, it's gonna be like, oof, that was expensive, but it was totally worth it. If you don't do that, the universe will drain you out on its own. So this is the best advice that I could ever give you as a life coach. If you are going through a clash, if you have the pig inside of your chart somewhere else, don't hesitate to have a consultation so we can go into detail. Where is that loss of money coming from, and how can you actually counterpart it, right? How can you manage it more properly? So then there's also obstacle star. Well, this is just challenges of life. I mean, this is not going to be a smooth sailing, super easy year. There's going to be obstacles, there's going to be challenges, and you have to be very conscious about how are you going to manage them. If you manage them with positive thinking, it's because you have been working on what other perspective I can see things from. And that's what I'm here for. As a life coach and motivational speaker, my job would always be to change your perspective towards seeing things with a positive context and teach you how you can manage. Because once I have your astrological Batsu chart in front of me, I can actually read and see your energy, your soul imprint in this lifetime, and I will be better able to assist you and help you out with any matter. So it's very, very important that You learn how to clean your negative energy. You have to learn how to clean your thoughts. Super important that you swim in the ocean or any body of water as often as you can to clean up your aura and refresh your spirits, right? It's very important that you connect to earth by grounding, spending a lot of time in nature, bare feet, right? Letting go of the negative energy accumulated in your body because of all of the stress, emotional turmoil that you're going through that is producing those negative thoughts, those thoughts of fear, right? Because clashes usually bring fear, especially if you're aligned with the negative sectors inside of your house. So that's why it's of crucial important that you practice your feng shui. So I always have a recommendation or a solution to each one of my clients because you are all an individual and you're very different. So what it works for one may not work for the others. But I always repeat that being in nature, absorbing good chi and good energy will always be helpful to everyone. So another thing is sky sadness. Well, with everything that I mentioned before, it's going to bring a little bit of sadness. You have to be aware of depression and bad and negative thoughts. If there has been a big change in your life that you did not expect, obviously is going to provoke some emotional turmoil and is going to create problems with the relationships around. So I always say that the universe, the higher power, your higher conscience, or your higher self, or what I call God, cannot really speak to you and say, Paloma, this year you're going to work on this type of change in your life. No, the universe will present a relationship, a problem, an obstacle with someone, and that's how we're going to learn by seeing our reflection in that mirror, which can be the direct mirror or the opposite mirror. So that's how we're going to realize what we were doing wrong and why we keep on having those kinds of struggles. So in this new energetic era, right, named period 8, which there's so many changes with so much fire energy that can be so transformational, we get the opportunity to evolve our conscience, awaken ourselves, and uplift our spirits. So use these metaphysical, powerful tools to help you give the next step in life. I send you much love and good energy always.